Today's episode is a shortcast. I'm trying something new and I'm calling them Mindset Minutes. This one is literally a light bulb that went off, and I wanted to share it with everyone because I know that you can relate to this in one way or another. Have you ever just gotten used to something being inconvenient, uncomfortable, or frustrating? Well, I have a story that might make you realize just how much we settle for good enough without even noticing it. Okay, one day the light bulb in my walk-in closet went out. No big deal, right? Except I did not replace it. I thought, I'll get it. I'll get to it later. I thought, but later turned into weeks, months, and I am covering my face in shame right now for a whole year. I think even actually more than a year. I got so good at walking in and out of that closet in the dark, and I didn't even notice it anymore. I never thought about it. I memorized where everything was, my shoes, my sweaters. It was like some weird life hack that nobody needs. But here I wasn't being clever. I was just avoiding the inconvenience of going into my garage, grabbing the ladder, bringing it upstairs, taking out the light bulb fixture, putting in the bulb, putting it all back, and all that. I was settling. Then one day, I finally changed the light bulb. I was in my element. You know, one of those days where you just pick up one thing, and before you know it, you have built a whole house, you know? So that's what was happening. I was having one of those moments. I changed the light bulb, and boom, everything in the closet felt brand new. I could actually see my clothes. I found stuff I hadn't worn in ages, pieces I'd forgotten I even owned, and it hit me. I'd been walking in the dark for so long that I forgot what it felt like to see clearly. And here is the thing. I grew up in Nigeria where power outages was a way of life. We adapted with candles, we had generators, lanterns, flashlights, you name it. I did a lot of homework and studied for a lot of exams just by candlelight. And you know what? We managed just fine, but that mindset stuck with me even when I didn't need it anymore. And I realized this isn't just about a closet light. This is about life. And it made me to start searching around in my life. What are the other things and areas where I was so conditioned to being in the dark and feeling like it was my normal? How many of us are walking in the dark? No, metaphorically, right? Because we've just gotten used to things being just good enough, because fixing it feels like too much work, or we've adapted so well that we don't even notice the problem anymore. Sometimes the hardest part isn't the task itself, it's starting. The light bulb, it took me all of 5 minutes to change. 5 minutes. But I procrastinated because I told myself it was inconvenient. How often do we let small tasks pile up until they feel overwhelming? I avoided the inconvenience of 5 minutes to put me in the dark for 1 year or more. That is wild to me. And it made me sad for a moment. Once that closet lit up, it was excitement that I could see everything, but it also made me feel really sad that I had allowed myself to be in this situation. Meanwhile, the solution is right there, waiting for us to take the first step. Tackling those little things can lead to huge shifts in clarity, productivity, and even how we feel about ourselves. Because I felt amazing. You know how you're in that, nah, 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 nah. I was in there. It's like I just built a new house, really. But it is not just about procrastination, it's about self awareness. Recognizing when we've normalized something that isn't serving us. Are there areas in your life where you've adjusted to walking in the dark? Maybe it's that career you've outgrown, a relationship that's stuck, or a personal goal you keep pushing aside. Ask yourself, what is your light bulb moment? What is one small change you can make today that may be inconvenient, but that will bring some light and clarity back into your life? For me, growing up in Nigeria taught me resilience and adaptability. These are two traits I'm very proud of, but it also taught me to make do. Even in situations where I didn't have to anymore. I mean, there's constant light where I live, and that's the thing about cultural conditioning. It's not always bad, but it can keep us stuck in old ways of thinking. It's okay to outgrow what used to work for you. It's okay to want more light in your life, and it's definitely okay to let go of habits and beliefs that no longer serve you. So, here's my challenge to you. What is the light bulb in your life? That thing you've been avoiding because it feels like too much trouble? Take 5 minutes today, yes, today, and tackle it. Replace that bulb, make that call, start the project, whatever it is, flip the switch. Trust me, when the light comes on, you'll wonder why you waited so long. Life is too short to settle for good enough. Stop walking in the dark when there's so much light and opportunity waiting for you. You deserve to see clearly, so go ahead, make that small shift, and watch how everything changes. I'll see you in the light. This has been a Mindset Minute.